welcome to Deadly Dames, and this is just an update of pretty much lots of different things. I've been able to get quite a few vinyls, Blu-rays, DVDs and VHS, and steelbooks in the mix, so it's basically just a big massive haul of everything. So in front of me you can see the Back to the Future picture disc. This was a gift from my partner. I love Back to the Future, it's one of the best movies of the 80s. So funny, I've actually put it upside down, but because I was listening to it. But yeah, I absolutely love this movie, and I think that's why my partner got me. My partner also bought me this amazing vinyl carrier here because they're on sale in HMV just now, so I've basically put all my soundtracks that fit in there, which is where this guy's about to go. I also bought on vinyl a couple of sort of older movie soundtracks. They're only £10 in FOP at the moment, and these are good movies and good soundtracks, so I thought I would get them. So Experiment in Terror and Touch of Evil. Nothing fancy about the vinyl, just a black vinyl, but it's all about the music at the end of the day, and I just really like these ones. So let's get on to the movies. So there's lots of them. So to start with, we'll just put It, Terror from Beyond Space. This is a 101 film cult movie collection Blu-ray. So it was actually very funny. I watched it. I actually really enjoyed this film. It is black and white, but for the time the creature effects were actually pretty good. I mean, you could tell it's a man in a suit, but the face was really good on it. But yeah, I really did enjoy this movie, and what I thought was quite good about it was you can kind of see similarities from this movie and Alien. And if you watch it, you'll know what I mean. I mean, it's a foreign body on a spaceship, hunting down and killing people. It hides in places. I don't know, it was very kind of similar. I would actually go as far as to say I think maybe they watched this before doing Alien. But yeah, really good movie. And then the newest R release, which was Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I actually wish they'd done the Killer Tomatoes before this, but this is just a really good kind of spoofy tomato fest. I don't know, I can't really find any other way to describe it. It's just a fun movie. I've actually already got this in a B movie horror collection with things like Elvira and Hell Comes to Frogtown, and it really just suits being a B movie. But I'm glad that I managed to get the R release of it. I'll just slide it up. This was 50p, I couldn't really resist it. I like Minority Report, and it's a steelbook. 50p from Computer Exchange, but yeah, it was good. So I'll slide that one up. I went 80s mad in Computer Exchange. So there's a new Computer Exchange opened close to where I stay, and what usually happens is when a new Computer Exchange opens, especially in a small town, they suddenly, all the people that didn't want to travel to further away Computer Exchanges suddenly go and exchange things into this new one. So you often find quite a lot of really good things suddenly appear. And I think that's kind of what happened with these 80s. They were all cheap, none of them were expensive, but it'd been a long time since I've seen them. So Roxanne, I'm not actually going to hang on to this because this movie is not as good as I remember it. It was still worth seeing it again, but it just was not as funny as I remembered it being. This movie, on the other hand, was hilarious and as funny as I remembered it being. So, Earth Girls Are Easy, a little hidden gem. I know I put this on my hidden gem video. Definitely worth having it on DVD. I've got the Region 1 edition of it, so I'm glad to now have it on Region 2. Death Becomes Her. As I said, these were all really cheap. I mean, Earth Girls Are Easy was £1. Death Becomes Her was £1.50. You really can't grumble at that. So, Death Becomes Her, brilliant movie. Short Circuit, again, that was 50p. Can't really moan at that. You've got Johnny Five is alive. You've got to have a wee bit of Johnny Five. Then See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I still think that Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor are probably the best two sort of comedy duo that you're going to get ever. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to drop you. And that's exactly why I got this one as well. So Stir Crazy, again, it was £1. Not again, worth it for that. Went to a boot sale. It was really bad, the boot sale, to be honest. There was like nothing there. But I did find this movie, and it was one of these movies that I thought to myself, this is probably a film that I should have seen when I was a kid. Like an 80s movie that somehow managed to sneak past me, but I haven't seen it yet. If anyone out there has seen it and recommends it, please let me know. But that is Electric Dreams. it just sounded really funny in the back. It's basically about a jealous computer that gets a life of its own and tries to make this man's life misery. Steelbook wise, so most of these are from Computer Exchange or brand new, but okay, so the remake of Wolfman is not very good. I went to see it at the cinema and I thought it was pretty bad, but it's been a really long time since I've seen it. I think the last time I've seen it actually was when I went to see it at the cinema. For the Steelbook, it was only £2 for the Steelbook from Computer Exchange. I really like Steelbooks and I thought for the sake of £2, I'll buy it, give it another go. So, got the Avengers Steelbook. Really like the first Avengers. Obviously it's the slips missing, but it was only £4 from Computer Exchange, so I thought, oh, for £4 I'll just get it. And then Sweeney Todd Steelbook. Again, this was I think this one was £4 as well. But I like Sweeney Todd. It's not Tim Burton's best movie, but it probably is one of his better ones, other than Frankenweenie, because that movie was excellent. But probably one of his sort of better movies in a long time. This one I bought it second hand. We did pay a good bit of money for it, but I've never seen the Steelbook of it before, and I love the film, so I just had to get it, and that's Edward Scissorhands. It still came pretty much with the slip and everything on it, but I still think this is one of Tim Burton's best ever movies, along with this one, which is not a Steelbook, it's just a Blu-ray of Beetlejuice. It was well overdue an upgrade for these ones, so £5 for Beetlejuice. Then I managed to get the Star Wars Force Awakens. Had to go for the dark side. Might pick up the light side in the future, but I'm not too fussed about double dipping for some of these things. So, but you have to get the dark side, don't you? So, and I actually really liked the Force Awakens. It was good to see. I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. It was way better than the other ones. The original ones are obviously classic, but sort of the pre-sequel ones. See, when you watch them now, they're very dated, because I remember after going to see The Force Awakens, I thought I'll start Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. I'll watch them all again. I couldn't even get through Phantom Menace, it was too dated, but Revenge of the Return of the Jedi, etc., they're all still fantastic. Then I managed to do a couple of upgrades on Terry Gilliam stuff. I love Terry Gilliam, and these are some of my favourite movies. I've got Time Bandits already from Arrow, so got Brazil Blu-ray. I actually just bought this brand new out of FOP. It was £6, so I can't moan about that. And then this one I got second hand. I've never seen it for sale on Blu-ray before. It's one of my favourite movies from Terry Gilliam, I would say. Brazil, this Adventures of Baron Munchausen. I keep getting into trouble for saying his name is Munchausen, but it's how I've always pronounced it. So the Adventures of Baron Munchausen and Brazil and Time Bandits are my favourite ones. Never seen this for sale on Blu-ray before, so £5, so I had to get it. Steelbook wise, I love this movie, and I know it got a bit of a hard time from the critics because it is a very, very long film, but it's worth it. Every single bit of this movie I enjoyed from beginning to end. I enjoyed it so much that I didn't notice it was 2 hours long, and the ending totally, it was worth it, and that's The Hateful Eight. I went to buy The Hateful Eight when it came out. I wasn't actually going to get the Steelbook because, I mean, it is a nice Steelbook, but it's not anything spectacular, but it's £5 more, so I thought, I'm just going to get the Steelbook, and I love the movie. And then I had to do both of these. Initially what happens is I bought Total Recall Remake. Now, this one got a lot of bad press as well. I actually went into it thinking it's a very different movie from the original one, which is one of my favourite movies. And I enjoyed it, but I found the Steelbook for £3.50 of the remake, and I thought, I'm just going to get it. And then this week I went in and found the Steelbook of the original, and I thought, well, got to have both, don't I? I've already got this one on Blu-ray, but not the Steelbook, so got both. And then I haven't actually watched this yet. I really am looking forward to it. It's one that I missed at the cinema. Heard so many good things about it. I like Leonardo DiCaprio, I just do. Some people might not, I just really do like him, and that's the Revenant. So I just got it as, well, my partner got me the Steelbook, so haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for a day when I've got a spare 3 hours to sit down and watch it, but managed to get the Steelbook. And then this is just an update, an upgrade. So bought Final Destination Quadrilogy on Blu-ray, and then I managed to find Part 5 as a Steelbook, so try and slide back a wee bit. So it's not a fancy steelbook, but it wasn't expensive. I got this one online. I think it was £3.55 if you include the postage. So here we are. Just got this one yesterday. Not seen it again. It's another one that I missed at the cinema. The main reason why I bought it is because, well, it was only £5 and it is a 4K. I don't know if anybody's ever seen a lot of things on 4K, but wow, the picture quality is amazing, and that is just a chappy. So looking forward to watching it. And then sorry, I can't speak anymore. VHS wise, these are the ones that I've managed to get. So I got this one from a charity shop. I've already got all the Nightmare on Elm Streets on VHS, but I don't have this one. And you don't see them very often anymore in boot sales or charity shops, so I just generally get them if I see them. When I got to the counter, the guy basically said, just make a donation, so I stuck 50p in, so that's all I had on me. So, Final Destination? No, that's that movie. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. It's the one that I remember most from being a kid, because I used to go to my cousin's house, and they would put it on, and we'd all be terrified by hiding under the bed, but yeah, this movie scared the crap out of me as a kid, so glad to find it again on VHS. I bought this one online. I won it in a bid. It's Curtains. Now, this isn't the original box. It was obviously originally in a cardboard box, and they've sort of cut it to fit in here, which is why I think a lot of folk didn't bid on it. But I'm not after the box, I'm after the movie that's inside the box. This is a really good film. It's actually never had an official DVD or Blu-ray release in the UK, not as far as I'm aware. If anybody else knows different, please let me know. I think, how much did I win the bid for? I think it was £2 for the bid, probably £4 when you added on the postage, so I got it through the door today. And then the last one of the best sort of hidden movies of its time, because it's an 80s film that not very many people talk about. I got to the pleasure of seeing it on the big screen, 8mm at the, 16mm at the All Night Horror Festival last year, and that's The Hidden. I think this is a fantastic movie. It is a hard movie to get hold of. I'm glad I finally picked it up. Again, won it on a bid. Not really sure why other people didn't get it. I think maybe because it was small box and not big box, but I don't care. I'm really glad to have The Hidden. Looking out for The Hidden 2. That's my next purchase. So yeah, this is everything that I've got over the last, I'd say probably week. 2 weeks if you include It, The Terror from Beyond Space, because that one was a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, my big vinyl, VHS, Blu-ray, DVD haul. So hopefully you liked them. Any questions about any of these, please ask away. I like to chat about horror films or just films in general. And hopefully you like and subscribe. But thanks for watching and take care.